Hello out there, you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear listening into another 3DS Game Ideas discussion. This time I'm going to be talking about Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Or Final Fantasy USA, I believe, is what it was called in Japan. And while this doesn't follow all of the rules of a traditional RPG, this RPG is one of the better known for teaching you what an RPG is and how to play it. It's very linear, granted, and the story follows a set path. I mean, there's not too many things you can veer off and go do that allow you to just explore the world. That's something that they could fix with an update and add in more stuff, but the game does give you the basis of what an RPG is. It's a good starting point for people who haven't been into RPGs. And I think it would be a fun thing for them to go ahead and put it on the 3DS with the dual screens, update the graphics if they want to go from sprites to 3D models and stuff like that. Honestly, I would support that idea. And they could change up the gameplay just a little bit. Not a lot, but just enough that they add something to it. Like maybe instead of just having one partner while you're playing, you have two partners. So you have your traditional 3-character setup. Instead of just having Benjamin, which I believe that's what the main character's name was, and whoever his partner characters are, whoever his single partner character is, some of the characters that swap out, they can stay a little bit later with you, or others can come into your party earlier during certain parts of the quest. I would still like for them to keep the linearity of the story, but also add in side quests and additional adventures and things that you could do with these characters and stuff that, would allow you to use other characters that you really like a bit more. And like there was a thing with Final Fantasy Mystic Quest where you were swapping out partners every new quest or new dungeon that you had to take on, which I'm fine with that. But I would like for there to be side quests that you can go to, maybe you go to, I don't remember any of these characters' names, but just say you go find a dude that's a thief. You find him in his hideout and he has some stuff that he wants to get done. So you do missions with him as your second character. He's your second up. And you take on some quests that he needs to take care of and do things that he needs done that will give him his own story. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be elongated or anything, but just some small stuff that he can do. And then other characters like the girl, I can't remember her name, but I know you end up having her at the end with the final fight for the final boss, because her white magic does a crap ton of damage to it, and I remember that. But any of the characters could have their own separate little stories that you could just fulfill to get some perks or some better items that you can take into the final battle, you can take into the later moments of the game. That would be great. Or each of the different characters has a different piece of a final armor that you can put together, or a final armor and weapon set that you can put together, and you have to do all of their individual stories to get all the separate pieces, but you cannot use the pieces until you've collected all of them. That would be a perfectly fine restriction, because the game itself is still very simple. It's not difficult to do, and there are things that you can do outside of battle during just the normal gameplay. But I think in the long run it would be beneficial for the game for that to be available as an option. And it would be fun for the players, because those who like to search out that additional type of stuff would enjoy it. I know I would. There's not really a whole lot more that I really would like to say about this game. I beat it a long time ago, but I remember it being one of the games that I kind of really enjoyed on the Super Nintendo way back when. And I just kind of think this is one of those simpler games that can really get people into a genre and really teach them about it. Because I honestly, to be fully honest, I played RPGs before this, but I really didn't understand how to play them until I played this, where it kind of laid the groundwork out really well. So it's one of those games that's good for that, and it can teach players about a genre that they may not be familiar with. So I mean, it's basically like a mini Mario of the RPG genre, if you were to put it that way. Like what Mario did for platforming, this did for RPGs, even though it was on a much, much smaller scale. Hell, they could even make a Mystic Quest series after this and continue it on. But like redoing the first game and putting it out there and having your health and inventory and stuff down on the bottom screen so you can do quick swap by using the touch screen and stuff, that would be pretty cool. And it'd be a nice, simple game to throw at newcomers to the RPG genre. But that's it for me. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.